ekodi ehia di nkobo kama nyame ncha de na me hubi na dase bi hubi na de hubi na koka so ho no be ko bi ko hwe ne pese ye de ani ko hu ese de ne man ese ko so na the enthusiasm no ekisa na ewo ho of course you group baby so a na ma ho keka no na ewo fom kakra ne nyina ya normal but eche ye hu baby call mu free band there na it wasn't a surprise to us and until the e ko so no awie ma hu no social media ese kofo bi ese kofo bi chocho niema bi ba me pese mi hu ade kro se bi mpreduasan obi Dr. Bawumia anase Dr. Bawumia mpenifo mu ekasama no be matini baby se o makasa etia nana adoda Akufo Addo ana me se den hui mi hui but enanwumre be tre ho ba no me hwe social media enipa num binum so ena obi a wode waba bedru baabi ena wonkofo ye ni sei ena obi wode waba bedru baabi ena wonkofo ye ni sei ene monkoso ena monkoso me se den hu baabi kwa de ni free ba to den komo ayedi se wo hwe ne se obi eye closer to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne campaign no na se wo hwe no waka asem na etia former president Nana Akufo Addo wo dem patcho so evidence a obetimi asende dia ma me megisi nipa bibire no e wo me number mo betimi asende dia ma me ye nhwe si de sitie because so obi yesa ifa nipa kro no wo me Dr. Bawumia se de kra na se wo support Dr. Bawumia na mete na me hu a ana se wo MPP ni na se ko kasa tia Nana Akufo Addo a me ko se patcho nya botre kakra me catch se me patcho nya botre kakra because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no menim obi a wo party mu a wo MPP mu a what defended the legacy of Nana Akufo Addo more than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia abranom party ne wo aban mu na sabo opposition obi ani ho ya single handedly wa eulogize Nana Akufo Addo wasa defending the policies and programs the legacy menim obi a wotime defending is enti no ene aprapre na aba enti we ko benkum we ko nifa mesrebo don't seek to denigrate the legacy of Nana Akufo Addo but of course Nana Akufo Addo is also not immune from criticisms ya no de se munya abotre wo ho ya no de mesre say e wo se munya abotre e wo ho Nana Akufo Addo be ye president on the ticket of MPP se bibia balance will be criticizing na mesre say criticism no maninye very decent maninye decent ma honti enye ni kasetia na emomo no mo so a mo ho no say criticism so ba so a mo taking in good faith kakra I think say now so many people are becoming overly sensitive to so many issues overly sensitive adiketo bia sengam adiketo bia we sengam adiketo bia we sengam emwa party no na nyame ncha de ye nyini de but at least ye hu niam e course between 2009 be would have 2008 ba especially after see to abawie ye na MPP din could go 2008 elections the way people demonize former president John Ejekun Kufuor me so say the baby nim e penifo party mi de mu nyina nim enti mesremo obi kamu ntete break kakra enney obi kwa campaign ama Dr. Bawumia o just want to start free President Kufuor time no de aba beduru President Kufuor Addo so asa na aba beduru hasi enti mesre ma obi and try to knock heads together abra saade ni enu so emwa obi a mesremo enti no enkoma ebidie no na enneye ko Alisa Dr. Bawumia ekasai enkofo bodje no so endorsement na aba ba me de medi maka no kra me ka jo say me enye endorsement me hiam me kai 2023 na presidential primaries me di Dr. Bawumia chi udu ba bia alaji hapolo hu park ya wa ma ahada hu park wa ma alaji kwada ye be ya ma second Dr. Bawumia te die election 2023 presidential primaries na e ka semusi Onwa kasa took his destiny into his own hands. And now a year campaign across the country. Sa na mnimu se so obeye. Obekọ campaign. Obema endorsement no, Oma endorsement no. Dr. Bamia ebebu obi afie. Dr. Bamia bebu obi akrom. Obi bia se Dr. Bamia ni kosia ekodi nkomo ekwa campaign bia no. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia ebeko. But of course, say endorsement ni ba so a why not? E de say ne na chese wo de ba jakobom ede. Enne endorsement di ba yi. Me ho ase group ba ko bi nso abeka bonte say an omo de endorsement bia mai no no be kene Japan from first e mo ban kran e be hia no omo wieye e na omo call Rock City e na omo ko hia Dr. Brian Champo ye no so ma anye endorsement eti enne so de buy no endorsement na aba no enye no kre e na me simpatho bra wo kropa wo di wo kasa wo di animu obi anim ba bia wo enye boni so be kasa ma endorse obi ana say and now person remain neutral so me kan no mo 11 no video no ho me kan no mo 11 etibeta ka say ye former MMDC say 11 idie ye say ye remain neutral ye endorse obi a so that me 11 my neutral no problem let the 220 or whatever no so also declare their stance that shouldn't be also be a problem how can you come say mo number mo 11 Momo sema neutral dia so it should neutralize any part 220 and over no yeah hefa de kasa asem no etu de what declare won declare so a it's your choice baby wo bia no na wakwa because massa ade we de mesem panifo this particular election makachi was say enye that convention they said the first ni na ekoso no enema be sakra bebem kakra na election na konkonsa bebemu pa konkonsa die one say we walk ha on sa so we ko benkum on sa so we ko nifa bebre no kre bebre so jan no kre it ba cho ti asem abusa nipa kro no busa nipa kro no na menje wadwe say we menen ye election 2024 no wo ka me ho eno ntino this year no so no necessarily was aka me ho wo ye sa de wati wu busa wo bia wo yire kra busa no wo yire kra mesi busa no wo kuna busa ne say masa afi yi Freddie King and Freddie King could din the birthday ye hu be ko fa be could di birthday ni ya ante ne de waba ha e de behwe and na Eunice Donko so Eunice that say good na maka sa men kai no me say to say I was the one kai no ye friend say and ye den me fa we ya se me fa wonu na oba do na nkokonto kwa na anye den and Atik Yakubu way I don't want Atik way was one am kwaso ba okay nti Atik Yakubu so and am kwaso no so e be krai no be di enkobo eti mehwe no go be na yes wunya for one just say no more edi enkobo straight away na yewia na ye di local enkobo makacho say afi elections no enye that conventional enye like that conventional nti no I'm told say we are live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. It will call my betimi am ye din komo. But your messages na say me hu social media na attend you no door so mudodo. Attend the no door so mudodo. And you don't expect to say o try tim the dia mekan. You don't expect say o try tim the dia mekan. O there say o try tim the dia na opa wunya nipa mensa wo busu mu no mo confirm say we di obetimi dia ba abonten a ka kire me say me da chem papa da chem ma me na me yire ana me ku me girlfriend say at be di metime didi omo endorse ma wa de fa bra ma say busu na mu ho me yar ma bom di say busu na we mu na mo say ma endorse because me de busu me free mu no ya nchem atini yesa I can't read it I can't read it yam nwanwa say mo yesa o eni me busu say wo ma mu di o matem wo social media no who said the face to face ubo kwa hwa ncha kwa ntimi ncha no ubo ma wo chiao keka buso wan kwa sa umbo humpo adwuru afana ko pe photo opportunity mba so didi na tema wi etimo menye very careful eyewe ko ba ko na yewo the new patriotic party enti na enche bia no na chese 6 months time na didi aka no akoso ba cho se etomu a na afraba na start enkomo no birthday man who to say a question we say you sponsored by Coca
yes
Bentune
Coca said communio
sir
When you are nyame adom experience inti.
Adom experience inti.
Yo.
Okay. Mame ko Eunice so ho ye de.
Nyame na adom.
E wo ka sei. Koka patro ko Eunice na Eunice mra bebia wo no. Me mpa yi bia ma Eunice mra bebia wo te no o meme kakra. Eti eye Woodbury radio 95.9 koka ene ye tu na sete se banche no eye pa se Eunice aha de dem patro microphone so wo ho ye nyame na dum na last week na MPP for mpani for call Alisa Hotel na almost nyame adom aya 31st January ye beto aba ayi presidential candidate me de minim bebia wo se de gina but sad news ne ba ye no wo hwe social media mu titi social media etisen nkomo ne tise abonten
but it's the same thing same say bi me say omo mpene ebi me say omepene ebi me say for some people's personal interest
okay
ebi me say and some p but for me there me who say is the best alternative
it is also one pene also obeye den say democracy
yeah sure
I don't go afa okay patro bati mami enyene say so how are you preparing say 31st no is 6 months time na you say bibi ejadem but social media no penifo bebredi abam say we okay mami kwa homa so sia mba na me hwese binya charity ne edi enkoma hello charity good evening at say oh nyame adom ahoden ewo ho ahoden ewo ho lo pa we de sorry say enne emo ho abosen about 319 okay that's right enko we do afsha some nti eba okay no problem na last week NMPP for mpani for call Alisa eno mu kwaji tumu say 31st January 2026 ye kwa koyi presidential candidate na July so I think say 19 July you be call National Delegates Conference University of Ghana Legon be 3 days ni akwa koye constitutional amendment side news de ba ye no mo tene se mo fa ne se wo US wo okay but so who must Virginia okay e say who kokroma e bia akọ African shops no na woni Ghana for ni sia e ya na enkomo na tise o bi mo na say well but so betia e bi mu chese enam say Dr. Bamia ye de call election 2024 na wantim enwini as sitting president sitting vice president no e bi mu chese ehun hia say ye man second chance because when nya be 48% when nya 41 point almost 42% and the performance no na terrible tikofo at the body say no Dr. Bamia as a person as a flag bearer no enunti no wono na wa me wini aba no sanet ekoso America ho but you think say when I go for dim kobo abonten a alright, charity pacho, just a minute. Why am say menya technical challenge be may drop in the different line. I try she say bit me I go through why. Just a minute. Why? Alright. Alright, the charity and then the kasa US no but am say you was small technical challenge be and I don't go for the confidential. The how it will go now. So who did data the end and say and now budget query. All right, we are for two day share connection no ekoswa na je say de enkomo no a share so say the wusi kasa no say America enkofo bebre ehun say omu ye mistake enom kofa wujafo ebeto ho no ma ene wo ya de third world war krompo na aba omaga na mu Eunice na wo na kasa na meje wo yin ma charity ye nkoso be ana me nko birthday man homra very good. Straight away, you call 31st January 2025, 2026. You to Abba matters are rising. O shesi die, Dr. Branchampon at TSIM, Orabuke Japan so at TSIM dada, Dr. Bamian so no, for two members of parliament were 60 alcohol. Former MMDCs more than 200 so alcohol more or my declaration. Matters are about do so. I declaration. Was social media. Emma one day say one day graduates be near the Asia. Coverage Japan Saturday Nindy Komo said more confirm say was be contested. Minim me of a watch Japan be contested. Daily Muminyanti. So far to say Yanko.
Godon.
Yeah.
Radio medical chair. Na ye chair aye untimi radio. Movement TV ahwefo in echi omo. Godon more question back.
Okay. Yeah, when the answer.
A rhetorical question.
Okay, how can I say?
Akoye say NDC for a train candidate and final 2028 elections.
Oh, how? I want a betray.
Some say NDC for my actually.
Okay.
Because share social media Professor Edu Boahin. You didn't call against NDC then. 1992 elections, no. You have Professor Edu Boahin. And you're on on the ticket of the MPP.
Yeah.
But NDC, no, now they had formed an alliance.
Yeah.
Na ye Rollins party, na ye Aka, and Sana ye Eagle party. 3 political parties against NPP. And in him say NPP. That time na call Ghana ya call BB friend coup d'etat military regime. That was the first time I say democracy democracy Ghana. Until ye share na say Dubai against 3 political parties. On 31%. 31% ye do Dubai nya no. Yes, I call 1996 primaries. No, make a SNP say the delegate then the biggest mistake they did was changing.
Okay, charity. Hello.
Hello.
But I thought to me,
yes.
That's all. What to say? All right, I'm not what you na mene Uria ba charity kasana ye nya take issue na ya ba hoti we are best akọ hono back na na kwa kodi enkobo bibia bokọ de all right that's how here for state bay
Virginia.
Virginia. Oh, okay. The rule favorite state also ba America ba hono mo.
Yeah. Virginia.
Obia per Virginia. I didn't say.
I think the environment, no, it's very welcoming, and it's not like like New York. It's very different from New York, if I should say. I
think it's because New York no so no man as one will say outskirts of New York and I'm wa.
Yes, exactly. New York is more of a city life.
Yeah.
But I have seen it more calm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Enti come across on the say MP from Penny for was in 31st January 2026. You walk to a baby Flagbearer. After that, no, any penny be, I mean, or more across the country, more members of parliament, more than 60 akolota about Miaho, former MMDC for also Akko, Honorable Kene Japan Holomo, move your back the Poloso, Akudi weekend or Holomo, Rock City, or Mobile, Nanopa, or Mutisi for Monano, more than 200 akolota about Mia Holomo, Walisa Hotel. And never be brain come on air coso. Who is saying?
Yo, Mr. Gordon, let me take the opportunity to thank our panelists and with you for you. You see, for me, I think there's there's this unity here in the party. There's tensions, from this camp, from we camp, from that camp. And saying penny one people from penny for nothing. I drink and say yes, there's an issue. And solution then and able to me I care about that issue. It's of course not a call or meeting almost say mobile early elections to elect a flag bearer, right? For me, as an NPP member, I've been an NPP member since birth. Meaning, NDC or what NDC even means, meaning what it stands for. All I know is NPP. I think it's a good strategic mover and now solution that NPP penny for the ABBA. I think that every party member should fall in line. Every comes to mount their campaign diplomatically. Say they bet me a flag bearer or deserving to lead the party. So obey in Kunim Abra NPP a general election 2028 now. It's made I think that the early decision to elect a flag bearer no a good aside from the unity no answer de manokrano. I mean, let us look at His Excellency John Dramani Mahama NDC for no. So when 2024 election they had a lead over NPP for no because now was flag bearer. It's in the Omunya a maybe brave year campaign. And the NPP 2022. They about 2024, 2022. As soon as year elections and flag bearer. We're already at a disadvantage. So it's no same penny for last year who said, young Konko flag bearer in them and over answer the tensions in the party. I think so no another NPP, whoever emerges as the winner no Obama no a kind of a lead advantage over the NDC. Okay, and I think it's a good idea, a very, very good idea. Say, being now party members, no, you best na you did your party no akano. I mean, if you are against pension here, now I don't see why I will be you find anything wrong with neck decision. Let's say young Konko flag bearer him. And also Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, I respect all of the candidates omo akunya na ato ena obi akwa free so normal. I mean 2008 about 17 of them the corporate akunya no it's no way na normal. The only thing is say kind of say social media and mo obi ayen ATB. So maybe if you ask me, I think Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia should lead the party or no na what say it's immediate flag leadership and assign a man based on consistency. Yes, now we I hope I say you want to succeed in something now. Consistency is key. It's media Ubisami, I'll say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to be the NPP flag bearer. Said a bit to me, Akwaje to me Edabra or Sno Amanyo Kuno. And of course Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia because I mean he's proven beyond doubt. Say he's the right person, he's competent enough. I mean Mr. Gordon, you bear with me, sir. Say a vice president of a nation. It's almost like a ceremonial executive position. Okay, we barely hear of her. I mean, even when it comes to the U.S., Hassie and we are, all we hear is a kind of say President Trump. You don't even hear of the vice. And, the American question is say, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, outside of say now or yet the vice president, no, he was able to increase the yardstick, the measure, vice president, the office of the vice president. I say this because he was able to put down about 33 initiatives, 33 policies. One of them a Ghana card. Ghana card, no. You see, the Ghana card was not just implemented, but also it was being productive. It was being effective in the sense that, one, now I feel no Ghana card within ECOWAS nations, which means they travel out to all these kind of thing, ECOWAS recognized countries, African countries, no. You see, and aside from that, no, almost say akola ya want football, so no, kind of saying, no Ghana card, no, they assign that person or that child, the baby, no, Ghana card number at birth for newborn. It was productive, it was effective. So you see, for me, and aside from that, the Ghana card no crano, e-pharmacy, we hold zip line drones to deliver healthcare services, and we hold to our remote areas, agenda 111, and digitalizing of our tax filing. You see, and for me, I think that he stands tall amongst all the candidates, and every MPP member should fall in line with the next decision to go for early Congress.
Okay, the fact is, we believe in the competence of Dr. Baumia. Ya would this man a second chance, no. Say, we call so Virginia, minimum so I could talk jollof for Ghana jollof for that. We could talk jollof for Holoma. Yeah, na Ghana phone come with the Omokas almost support and as at the cell.
Oh, Virginia has said, yeah, Dr. Baumia has the support and I'm yet to come across anybody who is saying otherwise. The support for Dr. Mahamudu Baumia is massive. And yet Ghana phone calls I for now you see I British has here. And I two coin from Ghana about US you will come to appreciate technology and digitalization. You will come to appreciate you see Ghana sebi ebano technology you will trick a crack. So to get somebody or no knowledge. No. And let me say this, every time in season, any a leader or presenter. In this season, as it stands now, I did data and statistics, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia has shown that he understands, he knows where the world is going. And definitely laboratory for the especially all Virginia has said the support is very massive.
Ghana jollof no efe na oka social media ya to abi na kolon so a ye besa kipu receipt ho ukasa nne nyame adoma 7 December 2028 ye the campaign etiawo advice Bernard be map people on social media say enema ye tro ye kind videos ye no afuto Bernard be ma wo mo
the mechanic say the midweek can earlier on oh akonya na ye den ato na ye nyina ye kwa can say 8 or 7 say na obobo is other name I think they do about 7 kwa corporate and internal and yet NDC for that way internal. It is a family business and your pet leader I'm a party no. There's no need to insult one another. There's no need to bring the other person down. No. And so earlier on said we should do the campaign diplomatically. We'll be announcing the campaign. Tell us why you want the candidate to be the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Catherine. Na ya kan send delegate on omunjisa unipakono and team no mon koto aba enfema no so de okan no social media we keep receipt o ha na akopuli aba. So all I'm saying is all the camps Dr. Mahamudu Baumia honorable Ken honorable Brandy Campo honorable Electoral and all of the rest of them will be mounting the campaign diplomatically. This is the new patriotic party way and NDC party way NPP. We should campaign as such, and I hope that by February na Dr. Mahamudu Baumia as our flag bearer again.
That's do na motene kalokasa from Virginia, US of A, and any Edinko. That's all. You best about me no Edinko. Yeah, that's it.
But that's got it.
All right. It's back. So, yes, at your party. It's been on the MV. Mamenko, Atik, Aquabaleti saying. Hey, but use the microphone back when you say, Mammy. Aha, someone time. I'm in Tamba. I'll you to see. I would say, me chairman studio. Was it? How do you say, me chairman studio? I would chairman to what you quite the higher you fear to say. You have no business not being here. It's if I say, me the prodigal son. Oh, we put them man know that level, grandpa. Why you prodigal son just say, Miss One, I'll take a cafe and one back. Now, one day, see, and common start here. People like you, the party must remember you people. Say, before 2016 elections, and then I'm ranting by you, Krumanyas and Kutu. Make a demonstration by a share. Aha! Demonstration when a set match, Independence Day. Aha! I'm not IGP, then a Greater Accra Police Commander. Aye. And now, made a petition command or say, the name you say for the group was concerned Ghanaians. Yes. And Tinamo Mushi, Tinamo Piame, what I say, no camp. It's not a paper now as the Omo ship police for the buffo. So now, Papa no say one of my interview. You could do honum no. Many good fellow there call it. You could do it now. Shall see or shirtless who is Atik? They say me. So you have an innocent face and you are like that. They say, oh, what have I done? Oh, whatever you said, I heard it. Whatever you said, I heard it. That demonstration was also on Doomso. On Doomso, yes. Like I said, Sitma demonstration was going to be independence from Doomso. Doomso, yes. So the man says, you see, you young guys, you should take time when issues like this come out. You know the reason why we have Doomso. You should be thinking about reasons why the Doomso is here, not about you going for the demonstration. And no energy expert now. Oh, how na good follow. About me, I don't go so I say, Aquano. Good fellow say Aquano. Or you this you can send this communicators. Eti, you know I give you good fellow frame. Unia, sa Aquano abe give you. Eni aso be show kuma. Eti we Atik Yakubu. You see, ye kwaka kodru. Who's after that? We do so vigil. Yeah, organized. Yes. I think use most of the students from University of Ghana. Yes. And then man, the pioneer, it's one day. Would you? I say we tell them that we go on the demonstration. Yes. And the 6th March, you to Simu. Aye. Yeah, Kwana na call from Samuel. Because say, bomb. What's up, Mister Mosambe? No more pomodama or ammunition track CB. I go see so. Yeah. Kwala. That's a time you shot. You're demonstration. Yeah, that's about 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Only what's now? Aviation Social Center. Aye. On the see. Enipa aye bita Atik Yakubu na make us one day no. You did and come on now. We say enough from. You see, party no ho. Enye nipa baako for dia. Party there's no way. Ye nipa baako for because say me pe and I'm the party free baby. I be pay baby. It can happen. The moment you think like that, you are a madman. The moment you think like that, you are a madman. You say, Papa, what you say? As a partner, you're bobbing the baby, and I can find and come out to a goose, and the Jatana Dimika and Albert Tufi. It doesn't happen like that. Oh, she can say the crumpa, and Manti Yao, and my bow ya, and the deal my home fair, a deal with me, Kofa, a copia cousin to do baby, say, ye cast will be abwa, so just a one quan on the year. Part nyaj ma bia ni wo musa no anti Atika ba one day me see bedi ekbo Fredkin yankwan
godo am say you didn't come on eja yenua ba so dem dey be fam come
ka be ko charity for 5 minutes then we come back
sir godo let me say it looks as if say the NDC want to tell us the candidate they said Nico 2028 because so here there have been some service our mo ka say the current status as it stands now no Baumia is leading the campaign. Yes. But I say Yanum for NDC for no. They are fronting for another person. Oh. And I may say in this game, no, is it we need to be clear in our mind. Social media ban most of the people on social media omodidi atam more kasano. Mekai 1996, 1992, maybe na nyame sure say yan maybe crowd bo pampers any ade omonim na esi nti abakwasam de dawa I say to me chirim ama monfo hu say na tie sometimes no I feel very sad say we say in the history of the party Baumia has suffered the biggest defeat.
You
don't understand. You see, you started NPP in 1992. Americano. The Professor Dubois against the Progressive Alliance. Rollins near Kani from Kabumu against NPP. Professor Dubois 31%. Yabako 1996. Delegate they were supposed to repeat Dubois. Almost they be Kufuasa Mwakana de Yente Kufuwa Diano near Pokufuanko. They changed the Dubois, no do Kufuakoye. Yadu Kufuakoye no, we still had 39%. 40% credit to be on Crossina. So what you say? So in the history of the party, what the NDC have learned from your MPP ni say, it is good to focus on consistency, repeating a candidate.
Yes.
And to show NDC, they have been consistent from 1996. After Rollins winning 96, the Atamas by 2000. Omo Atamas got 2000. Almost had a 2004 Omunya, about 2008. Now look at the history of the NDC. 2008, Atamas by president 2009. That means you offering 2012. Omodi Mahama Baye. Mahama won 2012 controversial win, of course. 2016, Mahama Lucy, they still maintain say we will Lucy crash still a Doboko 2020. And almost Saturday about 2024 and Sanoma winning election. So in this Ghana politics, voting has no formula. For me to say you need a new face. Me have always said we don't need a new face going to this election. No. We need a new strategy. And the candidates that we want for him to go into this election, because we want to be consistent after the 1996 event, and I try and say as MPPs, say you could fall by 96 and
yeah.
I didn't try and you could fall 2000 elections. Delegates now will say no, you're a mistake. Yes, I'm for that is why we took for the win 2000 elections and win 2004. 2008, it another by Nanado. Yeah, they call Ani.
Jacopo after 96, you call Sunyani
98.
It's 98.
Yes.
One of the most fiercely contested presidential primaries all time.
Akufado gave me a good one for this money.
JH Mensa.
JH Mensa.
Olwakasane yakofo akonta. Na my sister yakofo ni nua be mani JH Mensa. Enna one ne a contest ye. Na JH Mensa ka se bi say, e wosunyane say banchi dada. O se banchi dada wo de banchi akudwam. Na ya anto a ade chi banchi dada ye mfa nkudwa so bi. And you see a practical example was in fact a hard pa, but still delegates don't thought say no, it was right and proper say then can go for second opportunity.
Yes.
No baby. So
delegates were not looking for a new face, but they were looking for a new strategy for us to win the election. And that's what propelled the party to win the election in 2000. Near said, go down, very simple. Ya election, you lose. Almost like me by a national council for the year. Hold on. The party has a constitution. The highest supreme body will make a decision in this party. It's a national annual delegate conference. I want to make all decisions. But to call party constitution, Article 13, it gives us clear say it is the mandate of the National Council to provide a date and a venue by a presidential election.
Yeah.
And the same constitution so can say in not less than 24 months. Actually say you to aba December no and February National Council crack will share here. And the same constitution says when they want to give a date and a venue, you have to give 6 months advance notice.
Yeah.
And to say February near to abawi, then February call here. The National Council gets about to abano a presidential elections in Augusta. It is their mandate.
Yeah.
And National Council no omunyan kura benefo. If you look at the National Council composition, it's a tallest, a huge number of people.
Yeah.
Who will tell sir? Somebody will go and skew the mind of the National Council and say, Munye way to favor another candidate. It is not possible.
It's not
fair. Can say we have about 3.5 years to the next election. We have a vacuum. We share the party structure. You can party organization. When you say presidential and parliamentary encounter, I am top down. You bet you say presidential and parliamentary encounter because we share the constitution and the body or your organization or from police station, electoral area, you call constituency, and they call region, external bodies, and so they call national.
Yeah. It's you.
Presidential there, almost say some conform from police station to national. No, mandate too. They have 4 years.
Yes.
Presidential only mandate, only 4 years. You two aband near you a presidential candidate. Even say 3 months to election. Uluswa. You don't have a mandate.
Dabi.
It is for the National Council to set up a date to say we are going to an election to maintain the person that we have.
Okay.
And in here can say at the same time with parliamentary. But no, what to me say National Executive Council, or to set a date for parliamentary elections, or to make us say to offer constituency this date.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to wait this date. They are not part of the organs of the body, but they are not part.
Yeah.
So what you say, but the decision of the National Council is to say, as we sit here now, we have a vacuum. The NDC is misbehaving. The NDC is doing the wrong things. Go on. Many can say opposition. So kaya the NDC galamse oh whatever me call Western North a year was a few also. Boko our win. Our Western North. Go on rubber hole.
So am I honor.
I'm telling you. Tisiano NDC ankasa executives no mu tiesi mo ye galamse gidi.
Anoding.
Now when him say I will win a parliamentary MP no. Say a club for mine ko betwe ne so sa kwa we dey
why you friend say labi
almost
MP galamse sa
galamse omu ye na enya ofi Western North e dey ba Western region almost say nsuo almost say rivers no almost just say forest ni dey kwa omu. Now when him say the promise of the NDC in opposition is say aba galamse Ghana for moment ka ya ho e dey na omu ka fa galamse o kai sa example almost say should declare state of emergency.
Yeah, but he said yeah.
Almost
they are working on it.
No. If they are working on it, I said to emergency. When they can inquire, now you share LI 2462. Almost say when we can, we are going to repeal the LI 2462 because over 288 forest reserves we have in the country. You want to protect the forest reserves. Into Yeba can say LI 2462. Almost saying we are going to amend it. When they were in power, when we were in power and they were in opposition, they were saying say galamsey is being done by NPP executives. NPP penny for Yeba you never bet you now. Why not match this year? Say. You see, Ghana for Yetiha and NDC for Omoye way. So,
but are you saying say you nya Flagbearer party into me
no, you see, the Flagbearer is the opposition leader.
Okay.
He can call the government to its feet.
Okay.
As the Flagbearer, no, you are seen as a potential president.
Yeah.
The foreign institutions they want to deal with you.
Yeah.
They almost say as at now we don't have a figure. And to a mobile go on, they can't come and deal with the party. National chairman, and national secretary, and answer treasurer, and answer national youth organizer. They want to deal
sign executive what they be.
They want to deal with you as an opposition leader because they know you say as an opposition leader, no, the potential for you to be a president one day, no, it is there. So they will deal with you, and you, the opposition leader, at any point in time, you can call the government to order. So what I say, and one, and a two, hold on, we need look after losing this election, we need enough time to prepare the grounds.
Okay, Mati. Mami enough time. I mean, fama Atik. Once again, Atik akwaba bim. Na last week na party no coalisa. So far no minim o share the echo social media. What the social media there? Oh, more than 40 plots or we a real estate yankasa. We a real estate couple. Social media. It's in my day because of social media. Wo Atik winim. O share nema echo social media. Person stick to that social media comments by people who were friends yesterday and then will be across the baby into and then will be post assessor towards the other say will be as a mistrust about will be trust will be how should people on social media behave
over politics now
okay
last week I'm not beating one question say agrono. First of all, you know because of the love of the party.
Yeah.
You the love in the beam, I been young down for no. Then you have personal interest.
Yeah.
So at every point in time, no, your personal interest no, will conflicted. And then my party candidate A. The next day be a candidate A. Why are they? Or are they be a million home? And I'm not going to support the candidate again. But maybe Judy say, irrespective of where we find ourselves, no, and our politics never could be no. One thing that should be foremost has to do with respect.
Okay.
Say do home. And secondly, every debate and as interaction be a baby should be we say intellectual.
Okay.
And yeah, I think say offer as TBA. The Mario say me the national youth organization.
Mati. Ba o me kind to no me say maintain. Me ba to my monitor from afar. Adabi ma dwen say me ko. Oye. Me ye ma dwen say me ko. Aha. No but so wonya kan ni ntimi mpese me hold no to that.
Ma dwen say me contest. Now, now me see contest ni na me the candidate.
Yeah.
The view was that the intimidation never because of how baby they've seen me over the years and
okay.
me age you know how I used to behave. But then I got in and I said, I won't bring the game to where you guys will feel comfortable with and reply, because it takes more to reason than to insult.
I think me part of my main call charity wala mini ni nkubuke trebi na yebisibitim area charity.
Hello.
Batwa dem.
Batwa dem.
Facha me kakra elia no yenya technical issue ma sheda anti nkomo no feedback na ba je se me penalty but na ye listeners no any flow so mo ensheda anti it be the facha me kakra yen san ko back to nkomo na ye die se year 31st January 2026 eba no ene nkomo ekoso ewa amano ne momo tele se na mo fa no enkofo ani age se ye ba yi Flagbearer no entemu no nya enough time etimi a prosecute the agenda of the MPP to wrest power from NDC and saying
because omunim say to me ayen ntemo a ebetumi amaya ahoboa as a party na your homework dia say no before elections no etumi aye ni ye no na yin na ye hwehwe MPP form or DMV Maryland DC Virginia America. How many are
okay. No, what is okay? Who leads the MPP? Is it going to be Dr. Bawumia? Sana Munko na say almost here fresh face and etini say e quality say wa America DMV hono e ko na cost to say hey Dr. Bawumia want to win city vice president. Does he deserve a second chance and I say a year and conforce to a cremoni enti and it's a money be or money should be what do you will say on silent community?
Oh, my dear, apart from Bawumia, minimo bia obey to me. I have Flagbearer for MP qualified more than Bawumia. And may kind of say the youth of Ghana and I say NPP for more US Bawumia is number one. Because Niama system of also introduced to Ghana no that system no na ye no say be here and that system na ye here no ye share America ha and na o may use here aboa e krono ama e krono efumpon adu baby a edu no enti enim say Dr. Bawumia ba no to me introduce those system in Ghana e be boa in the brace so cyber security and everything because any technology e grow no Africa and after Ghana, definitely a big answer. Dr. Bawumia is for baby all training almost some very good at this to protect the data of Ghanaians. So yes, NPP for more had it. Dr. Bawumia is number one, especially the youth.
Sitting from afar no, what so 20 elections na mojiri se factors na e ma sa defeat ni buy na bomba
oh dear they want to say politics there sabi mechanical it's either you lose or you gain and sabi ya call you know you ntumi enwini niema ye hu say ya postni as a party niema bi na FCA homework in bi na FCA you told me as a party no. Definitely, we are doing our homework. Send me they are 2026, 2028 elections. No, it will be better.
Okay. Eti mo musa mo nkofo a asabera mo ka chewo mo. Na me busa say wo charity ajekum ya wo giri say you still believe in the competence of Dr. Bawumia say he stands a better chance and the obetimi LED party no edako victory 2028 na wo share wo bia wo ye year na dream ni ho say Dr. Bawumia betimi anya power na man na ko bo na ni die.
No, but my catcher say they should look at the vision. They should look at the vision. And on that chain, Ghana, we need a young president. Bawumia's age is perfect, and we should just look at the vision. The vision he for Ghana, that's the most important thing. Because Sebi, Emre Dani, I know what Dani will be. So what I say, they say technology and echo. Dr. Bawumia or Hunim die, was two pong or training crop for, Yama be brave. Into Dr. Bawumia die, there's an Indian in. He's just the best person.
Wow.
Because Niama Bebre or Honomo Besmia introduced here. youth unemployment in Ghana, no, I think that it will reduce. And that's one of the biggest problems we face in Ghana. But if we are able to introduce cybersecurity jobs in Ghana, working from home and stuff like that, I'm sure say almost opportunity not only to work in Ghana, but they'll have access to the internet and they'll be able to work from home and make money. So that will also help with the youth unemployment. Okay, so that's one of the best reasons why we should even vote for him.
But apart from the competence, no, when you go for dim komo DMV honoma, is he popular? Is what about me popular?
Absolutely he is. Absolutely. Absolutely he is. You can say candidate or comport in the one. Candidate or comport in the one or stick it to the plan. About me. So far. Sabi, uncle na baby, uncle Kasa, uncle Tieti, Munko Guni Hooking. About me. Ain't you know. And one yet. Dr. Baumia, every people West ADMT area. They are the men who need them a watching. You say about me, Omo Maka, Effie, and Omo Kasa, Echioma dream back on you go to homework, send they are. A bedroom election year, no. They basically fully a lot of people. Don't move to talk about their vision, not that we are persuading them, but we want them to see the vision and believe in the vision and vote for him.
All right, Charity Ejekum, DMV, US, and then read that. I feel you're starting to know as the program progresses. No, you better say bit of expanded time on and say, Quacomet and Kama will be enough time for all the opinions to be heard. Why? Mesomedase. I was a foreign charity at the Kungo War US and any D and common was still about me idea. Apart from say war yet competent, no. Was a popular US parent, it's not just competence and quantity to be president. You must also be popular and liked by the people also in our account. I think young quay.
Offer. That make us say
now Obano. Never for say what shall be intimidating for Sunny at the identity. Oh, yeah, almost according to this way to do. Let's say youth. Say your men's club.
But you say, imagine say, I wanted them to see the other side of me because some people, we are a bit of intellectual. They ain't people. No matter how street you know, intellectualism will become. Imagine say policies in Kwan.
Okay.
But then just say, be able to come and be better. David. You see, I have this principle. Say, so be tell now so. Now say one prayer now can't change. Say, baby, I will tell when say yeah. Next about today.
And it's all prayer catch.
My principle.
Oh, prayer catch and say what you mean.
Okay, because I know be interesting. Don't say one shada. But say utia me now say me try to drink now. I didn't say over be tell you. That means I prayer now yet. So I don't know. All the buy. I say me try what you have an expectation. That's why you did that.
Okay.
What if I did me work with? I can't go to announce one fan chamber. No, go to announce. Yeah, then. And opinion logic.
And tell with the principle to be who you are. Okay. It's social media and them.
It's social media.
Them
make an say.
Yes.
There's no way I can do the better.
In chow.
No, in chow. Opa. And you may say more estate to social media. Let me sit down or hold me.
Maybe yes.
So I'm a very, very big stakeholder there, and I can tell you that there's no way I can do the speaker. Because we have to tell you about elections navy, and you can not blame man for them. Reason being that also people move on emotions.
Okay.
Hey, feelings no more there. Until as at this time no, obia press obama ne nipa abedi party na nim. Because also gain interest. Ebia ready be
but at the day no, at the day the team will be winning elections na.
There's something we call slander.
Yes.
Slander.
Yes.
Slander no. They say I can find the book say so when you one can say you born. Nti yes I say you horowa na so nya boys so am both defense am wa.
Na no abeka ho.
Na abeka.
Na betare ho.
This slander of the Maya Kufado during the period of 2008.
Yes.
2012. 2008 election I say okay 2012 after we no so no after 2012 and now or accepting Supreme Court
declaration. You know the jail.
That grand style of accepting it and idea, exercise everything. It changed the narrative. So the narrative is very, very important. And the candidates being for chairman, Flagbearer aspirants, youth organizer aspirants, you have to invest in social media because you to be for honor.
Hey, every day Friday. Say Friday is into the baffle.
So it will be in the interest of the party. It will be in the interest of the party. So if I was a mechanical amount for
no.
It will be in the interest of the party to hold an early congress.
You see me bow. Now one day Saturday morning, you have to see it immediate and come off social media. Negatives or positives or but MPP ko position ni echichi nkofo bi ba ko bi wi am body din akire o ya brand echi no ba me hwe social media na me nse den hu se nkofo ka se o ya chia brand event no munyai no MPP ni na me dwen ho a da na me tena se me ya analysis bi me catch am say this is one of the main reasons MPP lost the 2024 elections because people are brandy less than 42 years. That's yachino. Nap social media, party boys and girls, and kasa nebu fundos. Because just like ordinarily, a cabo said there will be an army or muya bekabi, and so no man said the air who's had. And social media, dear, take it or leave it. You have to invest in it heavily. Both the smooth, the ugly, the bad, and the BBR.
Yeah, it counts for this.
Young quay.
Because some back not in fear not to tomorrow. And I only fear. You don't want a comfort zone. Into no story or Beposa. I mean, my story be. Lady B, we're in the account for Instagram. I started this after 2020 election. I started this slanderous post against Samuel Wuku. I was handling social media for a long time. See, Samin na Samin so I don't know for doing.
Samin to me.
Let me say also no say we kakana.
Na hano.
Let me say you be. So Mohano or send them no say I find out who the person is. And I make chat account no. Then a bon na we je na my friend say madam ba na e oh. Now say na madam na kwanda no also oh. Obi na dey contract na me say me win am.
Hey sir, just one watch the contract.
What the contract?
Oh really?
And I say and I say okay mesero if I couldn't uzumbo ni chairman Martin.
But contract we dey.
Contract we dey. Cancel. Also in Pakun am 500. I'm so me send 1,000.
500 cedis.
Na me friend Samuel say
I can dey 5,000. I can dey just 5,000. What do you can?
Mene na kasa o say ono bi man 500 o say in 500 ntina kwa na yam sa no
ono bo dwane wo twane around
you ba kun mesi na me hu ne
wow
yeah and that is the negative part of the social media yeah we on am on ba ko we on am it means say no utte so me na am so be on am unknowingly because nipa bia o de e ka fa ho a e be ya oya
of course
it mean
I am draw crash still
me no kwa to be atum because I've come to understand say nipa tia na so na say one twin adwan ko so one prayer na kan say baby a utia na one tie yi obesa me yebio nti me de ne say o de ba na no da boso me atia ho ase you see in adversary in our differences ye nyina ye find your strength
okay
nti me no nya adwen na ye de boso a bo hu me so strength me so hu strength na egu ye ho
and
sometimes conflict is not that bad
and say be ma we so awani beje ho pa o say for purposes of peace we go to war.
Yes.
And you know, to me, just say, "What beje ho pa." For purposes of peace, we go to war.
Yes. At times, you need. You say at times, if you want peace, you need to go to war.
I don't know.
For the social media, it's not going to change, and it's not going to change not because the person best sound, but the reason being that you see executives no more, national executives or regional executives, council executives, they are elected for an election.
Yes,
that is the mindset. Even though they are elected to steer the affairs of the party, but they are elected for an
electoral machinery.
Electoral machinery. It is an election if you pay. Everybody feels say all hell has broken loose. And it is hard cracking the whip because executives not on a person called re-election. It is a constituency youth organizer, original youth organizer who say even one of the national executive crown and misbehavior. It is very hard because people could be here and something. Interman difficult. And I believe say the proposal for the early Congress is a very good one. And somebody lose the election within February. I started telling people that we should have an election. Early Congress. Let me be a swinga. So I call a social media page so KK and I made a mental messaging in me CBA, made a member so I may go through group messages, me kinds of voice note, a more slanderous messages. Which it is all about the presidential. Say who say those contesting for chairmanship, no, supporters are going against each other. Yeah, you go for youth organizing. We say youthful exuberance no woman. And Tibia, Oko can't master one can year. Oko TESCON program me support it with me share no one can fair.
Ama rose flowers kakra.
Ama rose flowers kakra. Me supporters go on man can year na me man can year some program na me no ma. The other people too can meet them there.
Okay.
But in the context of the presidential, I say obia to be boom. There is no limit. There is no say bia. I have said there some with the moment can. But
yet me controlling the kakra.
Offer uko 2-1 for. Then pa kuna go to work at I don't know to be an media
na. But and I be ko so I think said they are say they will be too for no. So cast okay wait here. Say we to to obia funsi. It is the one who tia that other person who's untie. No ye. Not just as if say what suppressing no.
But see it me presidential it me a presidential candidate we are. Obia will be geared towards the presidential candidate.
Everybody will fall in line, eh?
Everybody will fall in line. You see, Obi Nkoshe chairman. I mean, it's just a very 0.0 something % of Ghanaians who look at the national chairman of MPP and vote for MPP. They look at the presidential candidate, the other ballot also. And to say a year presidential candidate in VR, I believe says it will come down. You will all now be united towards a purpose. But you see, I said, maybe I doing there. Obi any open because of say wanya say ani nipa embedi party and
they do so marking register with social media performance.
Oh, they say marking there. I know say all the aspirants no obi an in the social media group they are all checking they are looking at the traction I mean o project positively o had the ultimate defend positively obobuga and I say Minye Chasopoku Presido.
Aye. So what's I call?
Minimum
what's I call? Yeah.
One say no Marquala. Back in the days and some mere coordinator and I made national TESCON coordinator, no TESCON president.
Okay.
Now by no friend so Minya AC and I say oh they meet me so we are national threat.
It what no. Presido because me so okache me so waba. It was a person of back studio. And I'm supposed to be yare.
And also yare.
Me see
good.
Presido.
Now Presido so another guy friend Bruce. Tomu Presido the two another Bruce to their tomb. Now Joshua Tete so born a remix. Now Adrian Sabi same.
But me call you this so this TESCON we baba sabi say TESCON for it say eja demo ana because me hu say na say na mo so mo ko debe conference we debe conference holma mate say TESCON for mpanifo akohia akọ Samira Baumia former second lady and enra so mo ko Dr. Baumia ho I think say Ashanti region obai no TESCON executives ekoi it say how are you people mobilizing yourself in unity and I say we the mo show the proposal by mo do anamoko it say
TESCON for the Bibrina here for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Sir.
Hey, yina, because yina crampo.
TESCON.
Ketu ebi na kodi de bia enye. Amoni e kungo ba kumienu.
Oh, the mo ko ba ko de for just say yeah. E be also you be.
But yina MPP for regardless of any situation e be yina MPP for. But Baumia na support near more. Into na Meti Umaka when she ever buying thing, but so far so good there. TESCON here. Okay.
Sir, but se moko ba ya na toka emmem na we na kofa we buy because ebia say okay do na Dr. Bawumia enko for but then more opportunities to other people say but most no mekasa ya enko for complaining enko for ka say ade na mu say na mu yesa
Baby, now cry no more opportunities ma other cry no more person more opportunities no more pe Bawumia na kasa
esa
hey programs we be there share so me nka UG TESCON
okay
as a dear that ho say CIA program me will compare me organize because I'm over me camp and a test president to a program or person organize also a Ken so camp
oh okay
it's then there's some year president there who come me my day
oh no let's say different days you be any day yana
oh so I would say baby me the any is so powerful than any because when your students be a man in Ken there
one your president and now we will come okay but we be any day I think it will be a new opportunity
that's all sure me the any word
who said
I just say the any year medieval times and some for aqua meba who comes there but I want to understand say you can have different programs under various thematic areas say e be a person Dr. Bawumia eba oba ni ewie the person ka ho asem a person we so ba person we ka so asem so but my 6 months there you can have all the look mama don't give small money chance motima have all the 11 or 25 aspirants no you can have them it's more strategize that more get them on board
Bawumia go for there
okay
I'm not making a campaign as no there were the consultation and meeting up going for TESCON programs there were institutions that refused to invite me. Somebody who has been a former TESCON president in Greater Accra, former deputy national TESCON coordinator, served the TESCON for more than 8 years.
Yes, I'm a woman.
People you recruited to confirm making sure that they are TESCONites.
They prevented me from attending the program.
Hey, certainty. Interest assessment.
Maybe on support opponent. Enti or not feel so oh here on the program. TV share one of them. And I'm catching and say nipa na me ban the program. But my be do no be who say that's me real me who say in the banner no. Me dey me ni hobby. But candidates now yes you say support no dey bo honom.
Baya.
And I'm going me film. Hey, and I'm say na me friend one of my opponent no. One of my opponents no loyalists. I'm catching and say my friend what TESCON president and say oh now I also want my mafia into the mayor sika anka me dey ba TESCON donation no wo president me pam me dey man me anka sa me opponent no loyalist so be represent on na me dey man no this can no
ujafo
o say say na aswede it makes me chance me so aswede you see we have to get to the point that we realize say the contest will end. Of contest course. So end there. You all need to work together. And you see, and that year, Obabugawo, but Ebia me CEO, Oba that agency as a deputy CEO. Oba, me can't tell me say you dey see and minja manenka.
Oh, betimiaka, nade.
Betimiaka.
It's up to you.
It's up to me to decide whether I'll let it go or not. Because for me, first of all, I have a religion that I belong to, but I believe in natural justice and social justice. So don't do it when you know that this person might be unforgiving or the consequences are also waiting for you. Because and you be say we not to
oh, of course, indeed.
Yeah, no, and now forgiveness, forgiveness in a party, all right. Individual decision to make. Into go over to my better we want to on fan show. But and then just say we are not united for a purpose. We can all be united for 2028. We all want the victory to come. We say victory 2028 ever. But it doesn't mean that you and I also be friends again. And I game now you be so no. Say be am for your boost for enrevre by individual they be in your normal you be PSF from in your or my family. So that family now who create will be creating within the MPP it should be something that you don't end up throwing to the dogs.
Okay.
Because black Americans almost saying we say you don't bend the bridge and expect him to send a yacht.
Yeah. It's a bridge no bubu.
Yeah, you don't bend the bridge and expect him to send a yacht. That is my principle.
Okay. Eunice, enti TESCON for the Professor Makokwe report no minim kamu benya bia. Menya so se mudie de o musa. In fact, me when I had the opportunity to appear before Professor Makokwe, or no akasa lo tie dwem. Report kakra me de fa TESCON for ho no. Na nye da palatable sa. Ai me dey no. It one day that book will be declassified. That report no it will be declassified. It will be amuhu say enko be kam ho asem a oh no, but you know me say me blame so enye because if I me busa na say youth organizer crab work confirm me say this now the real deal. You know ben then I'm see you Mate. How are you people organizing yourself? Our campuses.
I said media. I some kase do.
Sa eso cheo.
Eso.
Tibiko president Juana.
Hey, we are organizing ourselves well.
Okay.
We are organizing ourselves well. So far so good. Opposition ye be nipa.
At the quota make us had say.
Okay.
Me to about why I was gone. Na University of Ghana. Me so University of Ghana ni bi o.
Okay.
Aha, na mo come about na me wo so hobi.
Hey.
Na eti minim se the whole city na enkomo okoso na akwai fenzeng now ya MP Dumelu oba kra kodware kra mpo a wose mo fa we mami nkogyaw we mami fa we nkogyaw no ogina ha no oto we ma we me say okwa oba ekoto we was am to pins mawo Minina, we cautioned MPP. Said the war ye. What the win seat no. TESCON for Mote, Muye Donding. Eh,
yes, yes, I meet me.
Sir,
na, I did a hokra, let's say.
Nababu Kobu Pamutu Nechi. I won't be surprised.
TESCON for and 20 Nechida. TESCON for Juma Kasa. I think so nobly they are to me. I recommend it say Juma, but omu decision no mo my apathy ni net dorso.
Okay.
Na apathy ni dorso students no and some baby as a sick kasem so di woman I don't know what happened. And I send them so coffee fa baby. And now we want to horn now we are could the way horn now we are could you know from top to down. Hello man fine TESCON for the share any
etime report na me question pen for no asa me kan complain ba ko isikasem nti no ano no wa confirm you see anyway I was for high would me radio 95.9 na Ghana nti elma suguna mutie no enkomo bebre wo hono right enkomo bebre wo hono and na dey message like no yama and this for holiday ende nyame adoma echina ye besan ato aso na di Ghana enkomo bebre because na MPP sam no doors one esi timi hwe na eti before high sense for and na omodi enema abre gas cooker washing machine smartphone sound system water dispenser microwave blender rice cooker kettle nema bebre o holoma obetimi ajibo high sense omonema de omo tete so but quality ni de they never compromise it make am for am say 0302 550 000 0302 550 000 gastro mixture say wo stomach ulcer na typhoid fever ana wo didi na say wo yemu ya koje gastro mixture meso plus mixture so emba na mubu musa na asema befie no kwale koje bi na wo honto prosta plus mixture bema woda wodun so saa wontimi enso dai wontimi na more than 2 hours ento aso a abusane se wo problem kakra enti no kwaji prosta plus mixture na se wo se jo so ba heart no eto entwa bema member nyina Supreme Court judge ene tabia takum make ka de ye we bema kwanda you should understand it one tia says when he said wow problem me say tabia takum member nyina Supreme Court judge wako match ba ko magistrate court what for wako court of appeals to that so that form dia kwaje tabia takum na hunto amencha Eunice me chanu obusuafo nyina why all right eti
I think you now more discuss the issue of TESCON.
Kakra ayin.
Problem of TESCON.
Yes.
Air finance.
Air finance.
Maybe could be air finance. Everywhere you go, from Greater Accra to the northern regions, what would be some said, I didn't know man come home during the 2024 campaign. It was about finance. They didn't have enough finances.
Now, so finance almost the year almost the factory.
Also offer.
And that's
the issue is that even the normal symposium it involves a lot of money.
Okay.
Item 13. So you need something to get the students in.
Okay.
Even though me say I disagree with the practice of just having symposium and it just before TESCON. I feel like things have to change. We have to change how we take TESCON to the students. We have to rebrand it because TESCON was you see TESCON we all went through the same thing. Now there's advent of social media.
TESCON about better template be that whole.
Yes, and it is the same thing. And it's just the same NP people. Because someone or no a neutral and as a floating voter, first time voter. young MPP and training from fear will not waste time and come for TESCON program. Until we have to find a way of taking the message to them at their hostels and their comfort zone. Now we have social media. We have TikTok is the new thing here. We have to invest so much in it. Having TESCON studios, TikTok studios across the big TESCON institutions because we are dealing with finances here. And you can't get equipment for even institutions that you know that they are not functional that much. And the most functional TESCON institutions, we need to make sure we bring in this podcast so that they are always having discussions on Fridays, Saturdays. Topics are set for them. And look at the issue of finances. From your time, ever be so mumble. Maintain say, if you are part, a budget. Say there's a special budget for all the TESCON institutions. I'm not even free TESCON. We now 125 institutions. It's 255 TESCON institutions.
Now, what do you say?
Of our Omuntia.
Okay.
So me who say
Kilentia.
Yeah, Kilentia.
Good.
Me who say the strategy of adopt a polling station you take in 2016. No.
It's a
should also have adopt a campus. It's a policy that I've decided to pioneer. Adopt a campus. And see, young friends at University of Ghana. Wo Samuel Ku Kozimunano. We just need about 10 of you. So you are going to be not patrons.
Always more patrons are down.
No more patrons are. They're going to be the financiers of UG TESCON. Just 10. 2,000 cedis per semester, and the semester is about 4 months or so. 2,000 cedis per semester is no money to him. And the names I've mentioned, don't NIPA 10. You can't NIPA 10 Boma. TESCON alumni, if I say TESCON UG alumni, if I NIPA 10, Boma, can't NIPA 10 Boma. And everybody is paying 2,000 per semester. That is over 20,000 or 20,000 per semester. So yes, now they will take that responsibility from the youth organizer, the TESCON coordinators, and the regional youth organizers. But that's it's going to be or no TESCON will come no and now office to office and compare contribution. It's going to be different. Already she has lectures to be attending. And you are now stressing her financially.
Accra Technical University.
Yeah.
I hold to Nat Hall. They say a client said that one. Accra Technical University in Nat Hall, Teachers Hall. Now, before elections 2024, me kwaye symposium ho ABC Economic Symposium. Na me so me pay TESCON for kakra no maba. Na charge da ho. Na me so mo ba mo bedidi o. Me say charge da ho I be can because a box be because a pay-per-view. I'm telling you, one person be a charging ye. The 2 penny per 50 I want to multiply that amount. No persons cannot hold them. That was my issue with it, But what the you be can na kasa what them near how to deal with yeah.
Money opposition you first confirm you first can go you pay this 207 baht na question
motivation
honum but the issue has to do with
I see. Yes, you see
Your TESCONs across the country.
Yes.
Regional TESCON branches. But the moment it is seen, because it is seen that the Greater Accra and the Ashanti Regional TESCON aren't doing well, then that means that TESCON is having a big problem.
Yes, Ashanti and Greater Accra.
That's why they have the biggest numbers. And time no, say the bus be sure that's a worker so pesca. So and the people will be acting. And definitely somebody for the seats.
All right. Until there and come up a hold to a party no. Yan ye ka ho ne de yina ko shepe ni mu bi sepe ni mu bi ti baby but no ono ko awon ye nyina obi a wo ruler ese otimple koka what's it saying?
Oh, I think that test conditions no more of financial and technology and then also abuse by certain individuals who want to own and run it as a business. A lot of the coordinators are fraudulent people who are making the system not working. No, how say Nkolana oni omu ehona sika die nifra, and I side with them because Akolana beti asese anasi ye obi abehye ho. Enu ne starting ma ye elections ebeye nominations because now you're coming to do somebody's bidding. Into wo na obeye budget na ba. Ni ama odi akọ na ya free TESCON coordinator no akọ defend ni ama o percentage and that was a business that was being run. So afi ufri mu na oba no abeti say inti say obi ase okay so person me koye bibia sa use and dump no me nye biom inti now give him money inti adia atike ka no eye ade wo ho an election time busa take because ni ye nya ye atuma hwe the last trip na ye call baby abeji t-shirt e wo cozy ho no. They were demanding 200 cedis for activation. And I said, we will not pay. Almost see enjoy any bus, no, ni t-shirts. Na ye knew mechi. Me and Kasani and Shady Bekoso. Because they know the money was there. Enti a idea woho. A reorganization. But answer that reorganization, say, yen to me, I let it baby vacuum no, and the only vacuum now is the electoral system now ebeyi Flagbearer no ya yes na, and I like that explanation now Muhammad say don't think the system is to produce a Flagbearer. The system is to run the party. Inti se wa dwene ba mu say sankrofo we o man to me enya Flagbearer yen win elections inti ekoa they were elected. They have a mandate. Until that mandate end, you can't do anything. But from 1st February, because now you can be sanctioned. Now you can be dismissed from the party. Yes, and we all know where we are going. Social media, no, a lot of people also feels negativity is where your popularity grows. Because who throw wisdom, over your crowd page in so. But what we forget is path to become treacherous and then a tough guy in this man. Police baso anu edwane no. It ends the very day the Flagbearer and the yakran say ye new candidate. Gordon. The reason a lot of people are upset and mad is the money laundering business is dead now. Because ye Flagbearer, a lot of people cannot even contest any other position. There are positions that people cannot contest.
But they say no money laundry.
Oh no, say no a business because
but money laundry. Because I want to know if for about them one.
Say no sika chale yesi etua we yesi etua we ni akoji sika no na enkoye adwuma no. Ye Flagbearer na. Yes. Ye Flagbearer ni we are. I can tell you say from even constituency level a lot of people will not be able to contest again. Why? Because it's now the system is in place. People will vote based on efficiency, not popularism again.
Okay.
Because at that point, the rules and the systems are working. And me now supporting us say me in Kobiuma, me hear them contest. How would that come and help me in future? And remember, any constituency pay. Electoral regional, now about national. I'm funding all of you. And what determines that nipa na in 4 years old, that bend down a member flag bearer. So what's my interest in invest and what guarantee the chess one day I'll even become a flag bearer?
Okay, so yeah, my back was say they are right, they need serious sponsorship and was say some finding ways, better ways of meeting many their support to TESCON on various campuses. We can all contribute. I'm not even an official MPP member, but they have to have a way of registering us so that we can assist. And it will be the end. Ready? Campaign also. I was say 836. Campaign no also. We kwaha. But as I say, we more ama endorsement. Na counter endorsement aba. Nambi to be for say. Say the iron say as a pipe big tube be na pipe in shoe na inso na apai no e dey say fa baby enye baby mi fa enti we fa ha na we ya fa ha na inso na fa how to say inso nyina e move her but within 10 minutes yeah bobo mu say drain bi da baby no the water will find this level na bibia stabilize
exactly
enti meka say edi pan tombo kakra enye hu jostling for positions, jostling for recognition, jostling for responsibilities. But of course, if you want to do more and more, they are entrepreneurs in this game. Or who say I had political entrepreneurs, like religious entrepreneurs who are winning.
They from political galamseyers.
Galamseyers, aha. Minimum be more. No, what year Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia could take position. And we free walk up baby fro. The same position that was I de baby for that or what was I did and manage one. Obi on swa. Ubon swa. Yeah, Ubon swa. Now we hear Jumama former president Nana Dago Kufuado. As this. What if I say as script writer? As yibi. But what did he say? And was said Juman way man and Nekufuado no. And was said Chinchina was said the same Jumano and Madota Bamia. Let me be some who say. He said Dr. Bamia vice president no. Na Nekufuado, some photographer. Dr. Bamia who could check picture local studio. Some also photographer, or videographer, or script writer, or protocol officers. It will be the Nekufuado will be Dr. Bamia will be. Eti aden wo wi a wo na wo yeduma na Kufuado no opese o che wo se chinchini a wo sa position no why evident e se sa position no yes an famra ha ni nyina aka ho na enkofo move towards other areas when people move others come to replace enti mesre me Manchester ni timi di egu but e be sorry and I'm saying Madrid in. Now at a point in time, now Madrid you will players be bridges a bro so much they say from say Galacticos. So with the woman. Galacticos yani kabu. Yani cap star-studded team. Medasi yani cap. Meka munyina. Yes. Meka munyina ejinem yani cap. But it will be I think so on 3 occasions. Lyon, France would to me. No mashaye quarter finals in team ko be ya but omu free mono ya young ones ne baye no hwe caps a yetim agigiye enti media I'm saying this to encourage the Dr. Bawumia camp ma enema ha adwen sa ebi ko I'm telling you ubenya better people to come and replace them but yeah dom. However, people must be recognized for what they do for the party and what they do for the camp of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Emomunya said one and Dr. Bawumia Kwaso Ultiminye me say a brand and a Kufuado the opposition leader. It drew a year koso where the near the idea who na Kufuado ho. Now so no bo penny for me and 9 bia. The moment you see them there, it is an Kufuado is there. That is what people around Dr. Bawumia should be doing for him now. He can't be everywhere at the same time. Ready? Koi, we are not a call article.
Good on. Your friend is switching camps,
which is allowed.
You know, allowed. Me, ya make can say, you must be no more who have decided. Say, if you move, so more, we are going to work hard to make DMB the flag bearer of the party.
Inshallah.
And then after that, we are also going to work hard to make him the next president. Come January 7, 2029, he will be the one to be sworn in at Independence Square. Me have always said, say, politics, no, we don't place loyalty over competence and hard work. We don't. No matter how loyal I'll be to you, no, say, do I can see any say, you may not be to me. Let me say, I will shift my loyalty aside. I'll look at the supreme interest of the party.
Of course.
What we want in this next election, and say delegate or say we want power. Power the appeal. We are not coming to do any try and error. And I say testing mic 1 2 1 2.
Drop the mic, chairman.
We have a candidate who is already been marketed. Yatona, the name Bawumia is a household name in Ghana here. I will say Ghana, I have for being Kase, Accra, Kumasi, Krade, anytime. You won't crossing Krasipa, me say, village be a me call here, I was say. Go down side village, you know, about crossing so me and son. And so we draw Nipa more side village, you know, moon drew by they about 500. Surprisingly, Utumu say, His Excellency, former Vice President, Bawumia, the picture and the posters, Ebobo. Kolang na obia ka say Bawumia. Bawumia is a house near my yaton. We have been able to sell the candidate well. Yeah, bedi nichi. Yesu edu baby cry be no yini my go na me boana. Peter akoko bobo prince no say ura metro me de nyame na minim no. Anuka Yesu cry Yesu efa ne Yesu cry be no yini my. Na nka nipa aye His Excellency former president, former Vice President Bawumia. Ne kan say na wo kan na me de pa wo say ibinu bako na ibinu aba. Maba no kra no they may even perform better than those who were there.
Yeah.
You see, as we speak, the campaign, you see ye dom. A dominant say, Obia, ya mau, ya sani road bia man Uba, make yourself relevant to the campaign. Do what you can do to make the man cross the first hurdle. Don't come and fight oppositions. Positions any I was that day way na debia Emma Ibinum etin chanya. I have to be recognized. I have to get a position. I to say ye said you Bawumia ko baby cry. I said me na me peja akonya na me papa so ansa na watena sire bia wo say meso mi wo ho. Debi baby ye do no e dom no obia play no role. Baby he do no is it's a contest a man for feel say bia ye nko o ye bia sida o say me nua ba kasa no say social media na man de baby ya ba ho na dia na nsi but say wa 98 social media ya wan even 2007 ya call Legon campus crash social media na wa
ye de kevesi be ye hu
and na wa he 2007 me say
Legon dia no
baby social media what was social media but enim nsam esi ye enim ye call so as a party we're able to come out stronger. We're able to mend our ways. We're able to come out and in our high. We are going to the next election. Right? Hold on. The NDC, they know very well. Amono, they are bringing a new candidate. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going new candidate in my say level playing field though. Debut. Yeah, I couldn't call you now. No one is saba. We are bringing the same face. Amono, they have no option than to go and bring a wine. Omo de no kwade be more than Iran and Israel. Hwe omo be kan yasam na momo de beto nchen. Ena koto national chairman na oh yan de ya wa be mu yan kan we bia mini Julius Shefa obi abodin obi abobi adin. You see momo de best more than Iran and Israel. Who be kan people for the yasam. Yan de na aba na mo kan. Ye de no nyame adom National Council I mean date by 31st January and ajobo 12 king ebe 1st February no bia ni so te wan na bebia say puma kwatwe na kwatwe na bebia dedin then as a party we group together but the most important thing is say campaign ye attempt die na wo kasa tie we na me makasa me in my campaign I will never speak against any of the other aspirants. I don't support Brian, I don't support Ken, but I will not say anything against them.
Yeah.
Maybe say baby I no I have to say what can make my candidate more likable, more attractive, and go for better than some person can say. That is the most important thing. It's a battle of ideas that we are in. And now about say yeah, say you sitting MP oko jina bibia ka say mamu mantuma sa osimesi because oye sremni ananse oye not ananse oye Muslim maybe start as a few in MPP we don't tolerate yeah as a MPP party no yeah you bia you do bia say be we akani we sremni we Muslim we Christian we Buddhist we atheist we wan party ye ka party ya na form party no nti bia nyinyim na bia me tell me Christian and na make say me support His Excellency Bawumia because me nhwe be ofri and as a religion or dom but me hwe dwumadi edition nsa obetumi aye nti go don we dey the strength de man be no bi anya botre by 31st January ye bo aban ni kan mo meti sound no e de kekere kenken kwa endu be bia
what our finance level I think yankwai
yeah German
yeah minia
me dey so say ade me
aspiring national officer
aspiring
it's why you tell
me am landmine so I'm very careful about how to go about certain things, but the good thing is that you're not top down. Top down no chichim be shouldn't buy because we don't know say top down your presidential and if you are in the bottom up. There's a lot of confusion out there, but I know say after the 18th July conference, everything we will put to we will put to us for us to understand which comes after the other.
Okay.
So
after the conference, almost say as we speak, police station executive, they are still executives. So, this is a match. Region, this is a May. Until Omono, they are still executives. As we speak, the party will still go unless national delegates conference decide to do otherwise. The party will still go from bottom up. A presidential penny say we need our opposition leader to lead us. Let's have KK to mean train. We don't want him. Say kasi train national elections and national elections will be after next year July.
Oh no.
Will
be our support to see in them.
But police station elections, it will still be the bottom up.
Okay. All right.
Still an American. For me, I'm playing the role of a neutral person. Let's say a similarly neutral person. Even though I'm playing the role of a similarly neutral person.
Okay.
But I believe that if I'm given a ballot paper, all the presidential aspirants, they themselves know
where you go. Okay.
So it is not an issue of contention, but all of them will know. So where dear. I say you want vote
and I so many aspirant back and Australia be catch say me dey has na me was say me dey mean to me as menka because man ka ko bi anim so they say what akwa city obi see the same thing happen to PSG after Messi, Neymar and Mbappe left as and ekoye obi so say I'm listening to you live on Ghana and 19 okay. 98% of us in the US are behind the candidature of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Personally, I really admire his humility and his ability to think outside the box. That's the mark of a good leader. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Your friend Bernard Arthur, US and whatever. I think
it's your offer. I'd like to talk about the reforms.
Yeah.
And I think that the expansion of the police station base, is very important.
Okay.
But then we have to be careful because 2016. Oh, Papa, or no, Kodia, Samuel, would make the bonio.
I don't so virus, Anna. Now, virus is there now. What will I make them in Yashi?
Not on Yashi. I want to shop prestige and I'm a dish from the number account. The mother not the TV radio station so be a friend from because I won't play the course. Because virus now you press it and have to do with the band spray branding.
Now more than I could say we are switching.
Yeah. Other money you want time.
Sir,
you want time.
Oh, because we are pa. Really? One time. Oh, there be he has to redeem himself. One of the one test.
You want time.
Okay. It was also a man.
Because he was part of nominated good for the spokesperson.
Of course. We
let the charge on the band spray branding.
Yes.
For it to be taken off.
Ah.
So for me, I would like to talk about the reforms.
Okay.
And I've gone through it. Where I do agree with the party, I said I appeal the conference, or Congress to accept.
What the proposal koi?
Mafanko.
I take a day.
The proposal I'm best and come to so controversial.
And yes, she.
Uncle, yes, I'm being shown about 20.
Okay, so now strategic.
Yeah, strategic. Okay. Me son home.
Okay.
So there's one proposal that I do really like, say the inclusion of the former executives, into the delegation for parliamentary candidates and also the Flagbearer. Very, very important.
Yeah, no, is it part of the listed proposal?
Listed proposal.
Wow, that 303 pages,
Yes, we come around, so most of the former executive being polling station, the constituency, former PCs, were all with the view that the one for mankind, they are not part of the processes.
Yeah, no, most of them two nana, and I say
every former constituency executives.
Oh, really?
It's good. That is the proposal should be included.
That's a proposal.
Yes, a proposal. Former PCs should be included.
I mentioned Kwame Japan, dear, no, what I mentioned because Kwame Japan was a proposal. I don't know. Yeah, me so man yan to Musa Antino. What I say, he's still pushing. In fact, he's really written a letter.
Police station executives no mo per say you widen and ye di bia be ka ho what you say first na ye one and as say no I think say
ya mo the four be ka ho
yes it is any aye no and as say so omo ye police station e be executives what you say but the other side no to say ene the entire SME former for any age no they are going to be part of the process into Sene wo Godron, we a former MCE. It doesn't matter anytime we are making elections to elect a flag bearer or you have a voting right. What in the no be is a college. You now qualify to we are appointee, you have qualified. It is all your appointee. Now sign a member of parliament. It reduces that class standard say moko two it is how 100 year your friend saying
okay
one of the proposals that I don't really like at all I don't even see the sense behind it the age limit put on the constituency youth organizer youth organizer the region and the national youth organizer say okay we are it should drop from 40 to 35 I feel like on what basis. Because make a proposal on if me Obama but then I'm just wondering how you look
at beat one
as a but offer
I think I don't know it's in line with the UN definition of because for me 35 for the year
your question
please do
it's could be a youth
could you add the
just could be a youth
no.
Let's say in terms of physique, all right. And is he a youth?
You see, there's a generic. In fact, John Makwa calls himself youth. Okay, there's that yes. But when we are talking about the specific definition of youth, and yet how youthful you look, and yet how you look like.
Youth.
There be some people 40, says I made the 40 to a youth.
Let's take the age limit off. Is he a youth? Will you classify as a youth?
Who?
As a youthful MP?
Who?
Will you classify as a youthful MP?
You see, youth no. Now the moment you say youthful, it takes away the age bracket.
It goes beyond the
now. Okay,
age.
Fine. Let's even go by the age bracket.
I didn't say be a B2. Yes, it would be just what you know.
The body can have what you
it would be catch us a garden. I did the woman I young co near 20.
I don't know some reason to first of all, Bano.
But use microphone, mammy.
First of all,
consider that's actually
you see a Bano at me.
Yeah,
because this year I'm going to be 36. Sanka 36 million next year, the uncle Obama. But he said about me. Mejitum.
Oh.
Secondly. So, proposition of the National Youth Organizer.
Yeah.
As at that age bracket from the banner, how many people? All right, because I'm about is you. You're not going to finish school. You go to your TESCON, go to job and everything. Like then, at the age of 35, you are being taxed to tour across the country. 276 constituencies. That is one. Two, you cannot look at me and tell me that I'm a youth because I'm going to be 36. How does that make sense? Senior youth. So no senior youth.
See?
Me no never achieve, but no never achieve same.
Jado, who fear can be reduced.
Everything can be reduced, but no never actually too much.
But you see, like Joe, the work alone. In reality, no, for me, it's a challenge. African, developing countries in Nano, say the itimi, etu free fee. Ye maame ne papa fie enya ye independence obe start aba kakra no afi no di 35 hormone ne ade awoko ye ntimi develop ontem eninti ya na ukoko fasa that age no bracket inside the bechen dia e dey time be nya problem enti bia mo san hwe biem say we maintain age na afro ye define who our youth 37. So they be a bit by Ayedayi.
That's 37 years about 2007.
But actually, the National Youth Organizer, I mean, he spoke in and he said that for him, he's going to fight against it. Emrana, General Secretary, the proposals, I'm on the call conference, you know. So the former regional youth organizer, also he kept against it. Say, wait there, on because some of the type of proposals, but what it means is that from say youth organizers, you're raving 5, but constituency youth organizers, you know, over 70% are going to be out. Polling station youth organizers over 80% out.
And yes, if that's what the party wants, if they want to use Bonibek chronological age, now for me say for all you know. Because na 41 for now that that's youth organizers need to know. There's an age bracket be ya show be obi the 40 year ola to boasa say o mama kama say obi the 40 years now will lead youth predominantly what if I say 30% of them are between the age bracket of 18 and 22 years. Look, age difference in Yasin get 22 and 40, 18 years. We're thinking, almost think, orientation, difference. It could be a disadvantage. Yes,
I disagree and agree with your first definition.
Chronological age, Nana.
Yes.
Okay.
Senior.
Yeah, that's your actual age.
Senior is certain. Any senior, we even our families allow young people to start up life, Say who you so age now kana. It is true. Said there will be a gap. But in our political practical system,
yes,
what age does the real youth appreciate politics?
Okay, I think say Omunye is saying Ghana Constitution this will be 40 years as not to have a president. Meboa. It will the woman pegging at 40. Yes, so that our friends could be catered for. Papoku CID 40 now what's what the one.
Oh, she said the anchor
40 and that's why secret. I was of why I would do for the keep the minute now. Sorry, so why?
Oh, I'm saying come on, but I will say reforms. Yes, proposals to the committee.
Oh, the coy, oh, yeah,
from page 278 to 281. Media womb. Medim Boho the day in Dimpa. Yes, we are making recommendations.
Okay.
In fact, one of the key ones I'm recommending is the issue about appointment from the constituency to region to national. We must cease. All positions must be made contestable. The impaired issue about say before be as deputy national communication officer. Then you know I'm for use favoritism. No fun in New York, Madame for not shame. I say go and be the research officer. The person does not have any qualification. He doesn't know anything about data research or only to acquire research officer for the party. Communication be there. These are the things he feels that we need to fight as a party to have it say. If you have the competence, you believe yourself, come and contest and win the position.
All right, Mati, Eunice, Yankoi. Kasacha on your man no na yendin komunenko 34 seconds.
Okay, Mr. Mekasa no kitwe bi. Youth no yenina yen sorry. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ena ewo youth no ho adwenpa. Means me ne yo de ba yenina youth no ena yedimu kind like any ye what at the bottom we are at his heart. So me youthful citizens me nyamo me now for phone no. Any amaya bemengu MPP ngu ye MPP is coming bigger and bigger and stronger and now Mahmoud Baumia so kwa any bit me am MPP ye drew baby it was ye drew. Okay,
it's Eunice Donko, University of Ghana TESCON Women's Commissioner and SRC Deputy Women's Commissioner and Mote Ninkano Kuka so the way
yeda ene yeda mpanifo ase senia issues no ne religion by mpanimfo di omo na asimu a omuma bibia adwuno. I think gradually senior expert party executives no adwuma no be gradually they are coming up. Ye na o say mesre says omo hwe Professor Boadi no mo your friend is saying review no na baby a lapses no one. The next 6 months will be very very treacherous. Ye manage na party ni as a stem firm no omumom nye no maye na party ni nyina ye do bi ase.
Okay, I think when I was struggling for VR but when day it is 1 minute na yenko
offer maybe I'll play more to the youth.
Okay,
in as much as say you see Arabi do no the exuberance is very high. People think say obi after the best way no ye the best way can no can but you measured respective relationships because if we are say team A we know we here team B for us to go to door campaign maybe ultimate team mama atem and sometimes 7 campaign
said the benti na the that mama no wawu ana wo kwasem on na wo me
wo kro no wo me
ai she ultimate do bi mama atem and obi ratem enkoni fie se enkoni fie nkofe no kun se on be sena monko campaign bo it wouldn't work until let's be measured. Okay,
in as much as say your contest now you'll be united towards a purpose no. Let us be able to maintain the relationship that we've built over the years.
Okay, so me I have a short prayer. Me prayer and say the omodi akono proposal omonyi ntum 35 no omonyi 35 years ntum because I need a tick Yakubu I need a tick Yakubu in the corner of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to prosecute this agenda. You know, me pen full time. Yamia do microphones ni na wa me ho. Ma tidi na controls ni na e wa me ho no mo. Na ma me mas you see ebia nipa bi nkai. I remember say Manuel Davis Opoku OPK has never been Nana Akufo-Addo. Neither has he ever been Dr. Baumia. Always Alan Martin. And now Alan friend say Okoye. In fact, Okoye, I called OPK and then Obeka was saying besides OPK. The Akosu, and there was what they made me a party person. Won't me ni actually. That's what he told me. It's obey support to campaign no a year. And then Ninu penny direct. Dr. Brechampon air contested. In fact, very difficult pass for OPK not to support Dr. Brechampon. Chasni Tegu Cyber and the cyber call Dr. Brechampon. enya ho no ko na ha eye meyi o me ka say that example am obi an hu say unu obi ye bibi na you very careful ebra na opk ekoware ekoye no wedding me ka say bi atik be kai that time no na wakofa bus bi ukai about 2 years later okoye bus bi o say omukwa demonstration metro mass enkofo kwa bus conductor na oye so okoware na kufa no so obeko minimum rent ya obo so tiaye say omana na kufa do nkosa wedding because opk ekeke against na kufa do ne basa na wo hwe social media na Chasni Tekotegu leading the onslaught. Of course, I was part of the pack. I mean, and they Chasni Tekotegu Eko supported the branch champon. I won't be surprised that he and OPK will be working from the same office. That is where politics is. That's how politics is. It is a who ye be no one measured. Uye bibi no anya measured nwina anhwe kanya ebedu afebose no wa fere woni pana wutimi hwe nanim biem because what didn't offer atem me ka se no offer na hwe in school me ka se no offer na hwe in school and what didn't offer atem and you think say what the ho bechew sabe miti wey me ma me papa na hwe me school me to mo nchen ya but du ba bia me se me free Kumasi abeta nkran be ye be ko school no bi mu no me beta me cars ne nchen ko fisapon ah no fka na shi eti wuji se me to ko di ko fisapon asem ko di na tem a me do ho be chew obua ewiase obia kwawinsani kwa na buso panyi penasem kwawinsani a woda bonten odo pa mayi and I said na ye ba ye use 10 canopy na kofa baba maye but that time ne kutwa ebre e wo ngura mu no akwawinsafo ne kutwa ba na bank manager no wote lo yini ska kakra no de amom se mon kofa boys mra na munyi si wo ma ekonsuo ni ade enti misre ye no misi etumufu a enye but don't forget say ye fa bibi say bull for boot campaign who say boot for boot beba mu pa you bite me I hit you back I may not bite you you bite me I punch you hard so don't start it you never respect my each other maybe a free baby no if I respect because nyame adoma December 2028 elections no ye ne best campaign akọ we could we strengthen abokas dey we pa de community akọ kan bi maame afọ did not tell better became biama ni e hwe wonam hwe something
nansi an sense bi ko so na obi frame ma no tututu osunua me gidi so contest o ko ndi ahaw they say
abawa ya mre
they say no ko ndi ahame because there are a lot of things that are going on that I feel like I could have just said it as it is.
Yeah, but to me
like
like really honorable Safoiti aso so nyame adoma channel pa kwakuderu ebeba na movement in the morning what the ababeto the family god na Asare-Bediako good night.